Let's talk about high income skills for 2021. If you want to start a business this year, then you want to watch this video, because in this video, I am going to be breaking down 10 best online businesses to start, which also happen to be the highest income skills for 2021. So keep watching until the end, and at the end I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to get started with acquiring these skills. But before we even get started, who is this woman talking to you? Hi there. If you are returning, then I love you. Thank you so much for coming back. I feel so privileged. If you are seeing me for the very first time, I'm Pam Obasa, the founder of The Lucrative Lady and The Lucrative Business Academy, and I am so excited about this video. Before we even get started, go ahead and do me a massive favor so that this channel can grow. Do me the good deeds for the YouTube algorithm by hitting that subscribe button and turning on your bell. I talk about all things marketing, making money, helping to steer you in the right direction so that you create a lucrative business online. And guess what? You can do it, especially with today's content. I publish 3 times a week, and so turn on your bell so that you are the first to know when I publish. Now, let's talk about high-paying skills. I've got a couple of videos on my channel where I hint about high-paying skills, and I get a lot of questions. Pam, is this a high-paying skill? Is this a high-paying skill? Is this a high-paying skill? So I just want to debunk all of that and give you 10 of my top high-paying skills. Now, how did we even get to talking about this? Last year, my business hit 6 figures per month, and oh my God, I couldn't believe it. And sometimes, to be honest, I still can't, because it just, I think way back when I started, I sort of thought that doing those type of figures, it was a dream. To be honest, it was like it was kept for a specific type of person, and it just felt impossible. It wasn't even something that I could imagine. So to be able to say that to you right now, it's just like, oh, don't pinch me and wake me up. I'm quite happy sleeping and enjoying this dream. But when I look back as to how we got here, I realized that even without knowing it, I had acquired some seriously high-paying skills. So the high-paying skills that I'm talking to you about in this video, honestly, if you just study and master one of these, each and every one of these skills can bring you a minimum of 10K per month, which gives you a 6-figure business, and then you can scale that to 6 figures per month. So without further ado, let me dive into high-paying skill numero uno. So the first skill I want to talk about is copywriting. I have a love-hate relationship with copywriting because I always thought it was hard. But then the more I wrapped my head around it, I realized, Pam, this is one of the most important skills that you actually have. Now, I had to develop copywriting skills, and if you are online or if you want to start a business online, you're going to need this. So what is copywriting? In essence, copywriting is, or a copywriter is a person who writes words that sell. So copywriting isn't actually a very well-known term outside of the online space, but inside of the online space, it is the holy grail. And some of the best people, the best copywriters, are making millions just from writing words. So, but what exactly do copywriters do? Well, the highest paid copywriters are known as direct response copywriters, and essentially a copywriter's job is to get the reader to take an action. Now, that could be anything. It could be to click a link, to buy something, but essentially that action leads to money at the end of the day. So you can see how they are some of the highest paying people, the highest paid people in the industry. So not only do copywriters write words, but a lot of copywriters also do videos. So I want to take this moment to talk about storytelling, which is another high paying skill, but it's within the realm of copywriting. So we are still within copywriting. Storytelling, I found when I started to study copywriting and to write copy and to get these results, I actually discovered that what made the words sell is the stories within them. So if you are thinking of acquiring this skill, then you want to definitely look into how can I craft stories that sell, right? And I just find that this is a highly, highly, highly lucrative skill, and in fact, it is my number one. So how do copywriters get paid? So copywriters, they charge all sorts of different things, but you'll find that any good copywriter or storyteller or expert who is writing words that sell, right, is going to be commanding around the 10K region plus commissions. So you might think that commissions, what kind of commissions could this be? So some people charge around 2% commission. And even if that sounds like a small amount, let me break it down for you right now. Let's imagine you write words that sell, right? And you wrote it for a company who makes $5 million from their business because of the words that you have written. Okay, it sounds ludicrous, but trust me, this is true. This is the truth. This is the life, I promise you. In fact, this is small change for people who are making this amount of money. But what is 2% of 5 million? 2% of 5 million is actually $100,000 in commissions. So can you see why this is a lucrative skill? So don't sleep on it. Dive in. This is an incredibly lucrative skill. That leads me to skill number 2, and that is funnel building. This is another one for me. This is another one for me that when I first started, I was like, do I even need a funnel? What is even a funnel? Is it the thing that I have in my kitchen for pouring water in? It ain't, right? It isn't. A funnel has been, how do I even describe this? I feel so blessed when I think about these skills, and even though I acquired them by force, like literally it was by force that I learned these things, it has been the key to literally living the life that I love, that I live, and that I've always dreamed of living. So what is funnel building? Funnel building is like building a website, except traditional businesses or business owners think that they need a website. And you find that when people are starting a business, they go, oh, I want a website. And I just look at them and I go, you don't need a website. What you need is a sales funnel. So a sales funnel, I'm going to link to some videos underneath this one where I really teach about this in depth. But in essence, a sales funnel is essentially a series of pages that are designed to move the visitor from one page to the other, and they are taking action throughout. So let's imagine that you have a traditional website. On a traditional website, people might come to your homepage. They'd read your homepage. You wouldn't even know that they came, right? You wouldn't even know what they read. They would do nothing. They would bounce and leave, and nothing would have happened in your business. In contrast, a sales funnel always begins with an opt-in page, right? Where somebody grabs something for free. And so when they grab this thing for free, they get into your email list. Now you are now building a list of customers. Can you see how good this is? Once they have grabbed your lead magnet and got into your email list, they then move to the next page, which is going to be a product. If they buy that product, they move to the next page, which is another product. And in essence, it's like going into IKEA. Have you noticed that when you go into IKEA, you go in for a plant, you come back with a plant pot, a pillow, a duvet, a bed, right? You've eaten, you've had those meatballs, right? You come back with a trolley full of stuff that you never even thought that you needed. And have you also noticed that when you go into IKEA, you can't just walk back out? You've got to go through, and it's not even a straight line. So that means you can't just close your eyes and keep walking and be your tunnel vision. No. IKEA is a living, breathing sales system. And so what they do is you walk in and you have to go this way through the kids section and this way through offices. You don't even have an office. Now, all of a sudden, you want to buy a chair for the office that you do not have. Give me a yes in the comments. Comment and let me know that you have been to IKEA and you understand what I'm telling you right now. Let me know in the comments. I want to know who understands what I'm sharing with you. So you've been through office, you go through bedroom. Now you realize, oh, I need new duvet covers. You do not need new duvet covers, but you're going to buy some, right? Then you go into the kitchen section, and all of a sudden you need a new kitchen. You get my drift. By the time you finish, you have bought all this good stuff that you never even knew you needed, right? IKEA, are they being mean by doing that? Of course not. They are helping you. But that is what a sales funnel is. And in essence, what you are doing online is you are doing it online, right? It's not IKEA. So I just love this. And the beauty about a sales funnel is that people are walking through and they are buying things, and they are things of value and things that will help them. And so this is one of the best ways to describe it, and it is a highly, highly, highly lucrative skill. Just like copywriting, the best funnel builders are charging you in the 5-figure region, and the best copywriters are also charging you a commission because they know the power of a sales funnel or a sales system. It's the same thing. Different words, sales funnel, sales system, the same thing. So you don't want to sleep on this. These are really incredibly highly lucrative, high paying skills. That leads us to number 3. Yes. Yes. Number 3 is sales or selling. Okay. Now you might go, but Pam, I have no sales skills. But Pam, I don't even like sales. But here is the truth. It is a highly lucrative skill. And if you are going to make money online, you've got to master how to close a deal, because that is what is required. One of the biggest things that you will learn online, and I want you to learn this terminology now, if you've never heard about it, it is high ticket selling, right? What is a high ticket sale or a high ticket offer? It's an offer that begins at $3,000 or £3,000. Now, if that made your eyes nearly snap, crackle and pop, then you want to know that there are people who have high ticket offers that are 20K, 30K, 50K, and even 100K. Now, how do we sell these offers? We acquire sales skills, persuasion skills, but it's not written, it's a conversation. So you'll find that this is, oh my goodness, a highly lucrative skill, because if you can master how to close people on a call, then you can literally put your price at anything and command that amount of money. And the thing about selling is, well, there's so much involved in selling, if I'm being completely honest. And now I'm not saying that all of these skills are easy and you just wake up and roll over and you develop these skills. No, they require practice, they require learning, they require lots of things, which I'll share with you, at the end, later on in this video. But sales is a huge part of it is your mindset. It's psychology, okay? So you've got to really understand that. And if you understand that, then not only can you use it in your own business, but you can also use it in other people's businesses, because there are so many people online right now waiting to hire somebody who is good at sales, and they will pay you an arm and a leg just for closing deals for them. So we've talked about number 1, 2, and 3. Now let's dive into number 4, which is coaching and training. A few years ago, I had no idea what being a coach was. I thought being a coach meant you had some children on the football field and you were teaching them football, you were coaching them, but no. And being a coach has honestly changed my life in so many ways. Not only is it incredibly lucrative, but it is one of the best ways to actually change somebody else's life. As part of my business, I do business coaching, and I help other people to start their own businesses and to grow it to 6 figures and beyond, and so on and so forth, all of that good stuff. But I never knew that this was a thing. Now, when it comes to coaching, there are so many types of coaching. You can literally set up a coaching business in absolutely any industry. So there's life coaching, there's relationship coaching, there's health coaching, fitness coaching, business coaching. So there are so many different industries, and I'm not even kidding, for coaching, and these are just a few that I have listed. But what I can tell you is that whatever expertise you have, whatever skill you already have, whatever qualifications you already have, that same qualification, skill, or expertise, or even passion can be turned into a coaching business. And the beauty about this is that it is very low barrier to entry. But that also works against this industry, because it is low barrier to entry, anybody can get into it, which is great, but it is also a crowded market. So I find that coaching is an incredibly lucrative skill, but if you want to be the creme de la creme, if you want to be that cherry on the cake, that person that actually makes a huge success of themselves, banking 6 figures per month and beyond, you want to make sure that within that coaching skill, you also tag on one of those other high-paying skills that I mentioned earlier, i.e. sales, i.e. copywriting, funnel building. You need these other components inside that as well. Okay, so now let's move forward. We are on number 5. Number 5, ladies and gents, is media buying or online advertising. Again, you find that everything that I'm sharing with you today, ladies and gents, they're not just things that I've Googled, I've just put together a video no, these are skills that I either acquired myself, done myself, or I have hired people to do. So I know that these are highly lucrative and highly paying skills. Now, when it comes to online advertising and media buying, I'm talking specifically about paid ads. So Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Pinterest ads, anything of that nature. Oh my goodness, if you have these skills, you're going to be eating for days. If you have these skills, you can feed a whole country, because it is incredibly lucrative. What I love about being able to run Facebook ads and oh gosh, I'm so grateful to, to the various people that have taught me. But what I love about it is that it literally gives your business wings on steroids. I'm not even joking. If you have the ability to acquire a customer, right, at will, you are going to make a lot of money online, and that is what paid advertising does. That is what Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and all of these advertising platforms do for you. The problem is not many people have that skill. So if you have that skill and you run it as a business for yourself or for other people, you're going to be paid very well for that. So let me give you some ballpark figure. Now, this is just foundational figure. You can obviously charge what you want, but foundational figure, a really good media buyer, so a really good person who's going to run Facebook ads for you, if you were to hire them, would charge you around about 2K per month on a retainer, minimum of 3 months retainer. So that's 6K per person. So that means that you can have, if you had 10 clients, that's already £60,000 or $60,000. Over 3 months, that's 20K per month, right, with those clients. Now, and there's no limit. If you have a team, I mean, there's no ceiling. Oh, don't you just love this? I love making money and talking about money so much. It just makes me so happy. I hope you are loving this. Let me know in the comments that you're getting a lot of value from this, because these things changed my life. So this is a skill that I am very grateful that I acquired, and you will be grateful too if you acquired these skills. Let's move on to number 6, and that is to be a social media marketing agency. Right? You see that? Agency. Now, agencies make a lot of money. What is an agency? An agency is essentially, you have the head of the agency, and they have a team, they have staff, they have people who work for them. And I find that there are many different agencies, but social media marketing is one that is highly lucrative because it is in high demand. Now, why is it in high demand? Because every business is online, thanks to COVID, right? Every business is online. And so because of that, every business owner knows that they need to use social media, but not many people understand how to use it well. So if you're good at using social media, brilliant. You can run a good business. But if you want to take it to the next level, you want to have a social media marketing agency and have a team, and then you can acquire clients at will, and people will literally throw money at you because you are solving a big problem for them by helping them to take care of their social media platforms. A word of advice: if you're going to be an agency, or if you're going to try and master this as a skill, I highly recommend that you choose a specific platform and you become the GOAT of that platform. What is the GOAT? G-O-A-T. It stands for greatest of all time. You want to know this platform inside and out, right? So you could choose Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, Clubhouse. It doesn't even matter what platform you choose, but you want to be known for something. And when you choose this platform, you want to really understand this platform inside and out. For example, if you're going to be the best at doing Facebook marketing, you want to understand that there are various components within Facebook. There's Facebook profile, Facebook page, Facebook groups, Facebook stories, Facebook ads. There's so many different components of Facebook, Facebook lives, and so on, right? So you want to really invest a lot of time into learning these things. And when you do, people will just go, take my money, take my money, and you would just go, thank you very much, and you'd collect and do the work, right? Make sure you are doing the work. So number 7 is very similar to number 6, and number 7 is digital marketing. Digital marketing is again, it's a widely used terminology, but there's so much involved in digital marketing. So some of the terminologies involved in digital marketing is online advertising, social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing. So digital marketing is a really wide scope. And so where, yes, like I mentioned earlier, you can have a social media marketing agency, and where you are really focused on specific platforms, digital marketing takes you wider. With digital marketing, you can be helping people with their blogs, you can be helping people with their videos, you can be helping people with the lead generation and all of these things. So it gives you a much wider scope. Now, is there one that's better than the other? Not really. It all depends on what you have a skill in, and you can acquire the skill by just making a decision and spending time on working on that skill every single day. But yes, every business needs digital marketing because every business is online now, right? And not many business owners have the time. So if you can create a digital marketing business, digital marketing agency, you're going to do very well. Number 8 is public speaking. Public speaking. I actually don't like the terminology public speaking, but I'm using it because it is a widely known terminology. But what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is having the ability to speak, to use your voice. Now that means that you could be on stage physically, or you could be in front of the camera as I am right now. But if you can develop a skill in public speaking, I call you the chameleon. Why? Because you can literally change in every asset. That means you can jump in front of the camera and, you know, have a flourishing YouTube channel. You can be amazing on Instagram. You can be amazing on Facebook. Like honestly, it just feels like the world is your oyster. Like there's literally no ceiling. Do you love speaking? Let me know in the comments if you love speaking, because if you do, you want to definitely start monetizing that skill. All you need is a whole heap of confidence and a whole heap of personality, and you will do very well. The brilliant thing that I love about public speaking or speaking in general, and why I believe that it works, it is because it is one of the most effective ways to connect with people. It's very different to copywriting, for example, where copywriting, people have to read your words. When they read those words, they can't see the person who's actually speaking those words, right? But when somebody's watching you, like you're watching me right now, you get to see personality. You get to make a decision whether you know, whether you like the person, you trust the person, and the chances are that if you are in front of the camera, that people will fall in love with you, because we all know, and if you don't know, now you do, but video is one of the most effective forms of marketing. It is. So that's what makes this skill a really lucrative skill, because unlike any other skill where you have to do a lot of work beforehand, when it comes to public speaking or speaking in front of the camera specifically, you can literally jump in front of your camera, record a quick video, send it out to your audience, and have your audience go, oh my goodness, I love it, I love you, I'm ready to buy whatever it is that you're selling, just simply by the virtue of the fact that they have watched a video of you. So when I'm talking about public speaking, I don't want you to focus on public speaking specifically, i.e. getting on the stage, right? Because you're going to be very limited. So focus on getting in front of the camera and exercising that public speaking skill through the camera. Are you loving this, by the way? If you are, let me know in the comments which of these skills do you already have, or which of these skills do you think you want to spend some time and develop, or just let me know what you think about these ideas that I'm sharing with you. But let's say you really hate the camera, and perhaps when I talked about the camera you just cringed just a little bit, then you might want to focus on number 9, which is web design. The brilliant thing about web design is that, like I mentioned earlier, every business owner needs a website. They need some sort of web presence, right? So if you have any coding skills, and the brilliant thing about the times that we live in right now is that with WordPress and with all these various plugins, you don't actually need coding skills and IT skills and tech skills in that way to learn web design. You can actually learn it on YouTube. There's so many tutorials, so many videos, and some on my very channel to help you to learn web design so easy. But if you have the patience and you don't really want to be in front of the camera, this is another way that you can literally make money in your PJs, right? In your undies, whatever you would like to rock around in the house in, you can literally make money working, doing web design, and doing it very well. The best web designers still earn a good $100,000 plus over the course of the year. Depending on what you are charging, you could earn even more. So if you are patient and you want to learn a technical skill, because it is technical, right, then this is one for you. And number 10 is an equally good superpower to have, and that is SEO. So SEO stands for search engine optimization. Now, where does this come into play? Businesses need to stand out online. We all know this. Now, imagine if you sell supplements, right? Let's say you sell natural supplements, and when somebody goes onto Google and types in natural supplements, you want your website to stand out and be one of the top that they see. Now that is the power of SEO. SEO helps you to bump up your website and your address for people who are searching for you. And the beautiful thing about SEO is that anybody who finds you by searching has what's known as intent. What is intent? That means that they have the intention to buy something. You find that those people who find you via the search are more likely to buy what it is that they are searching for, as opposed to anybody else, because they have that intention. And so can you see see how people who offer search engine optimization as a service, how they can make a lot of money because they are literally helping businesses to stand out and to generate more sales. Again, these are skills that you can learn. So those were 10 businesses that you can start online in 2021 and 10 high income skills. I'm so excited for you. Comment below and let me know which of these skills do you love the most. Are you going to explore? I really want to hear your thoughts. Now, finally, as I promised earlier, I promised that I would share with you how to get started with these skills. So I want to share with you 5 ways to get started with these skills. Number 1 is to pick a skill, one skill. Please don't tell me, Pam, I'm going to do this, and this. Why? Because as my mother always said when I was growing up, if you chase 2 birds, you'll catch none, right? You want to make sure that you are dialed in and you pick just one thing and you are going to master that thing. The second thing you want to do is you want to start looking for all of the information that you can find on this one thing. You want to check on YouTube, you want to check on Google, you want to join communities where people hang out who do this thing. So check Facebook groups. So if it's copywriting, type in copywriting on Facebook and join the groups that do that, right? If it's content marketing, the same thing. So you want to make sure that you are literally binging on everything that you find on this thing. But don't leave it there. You've got to do number 3, and that is pay for a course on that specific topic. Free content is great, but free content will only take you so far. And in fact, free content can become very overwhelming if you are not careful. So buy a course on this specific thing. And that leads me to number 4, which is take it a step further and get some coaching. That's right. There's a big difference between free versus a course versus coaching. The clear difference is free, you're going to be very busy, very occupied, but very overwhelmed. A course gives you the steps, but it doesn't hold you accountable. There's no one to ask questions, and it gives you a cookie cutter strategy, which leads me to number 3, which is coaching. If you invest in coaching and you are actually working with somebody, then you'll know that whatever it is that they are teaching you is a tailored approach to you, to your specific needs, to your specific abilities, to your specific skill set. And there is nothing, there's nothing better than having somebody who has already followed the path that you want to follow, teach you that same path. That is the fastest way to get to success. And finally, number 5 is commitment. Right? Commit. That means that if you want to master a skill, make a commitment to work on that thing every single day, because this is the power of the compounding effect, right? All you need is 10 to 15 minutes every single day to sharpen that skill. That's how I learned all the skills that I'm sharing with you right now, every single one of them, right? When I was learning Facebook ads, I sharpened that skill every single day. I would open Ads Manager and I would set up an ad. It was scary, but the more I did it, the more I became good at it. And now I am great at it, right? When I was practicing storytelling, I wrote stories every day. When I was learning about copywriting, I wrote an email a day, a social media post every single day. I did something every single day for a period of time until it became a habit, and then until it became second nature to me that I can do it in my sleep with my eyes closed, right? That is where you want to get to. And when you get to that stage, you now know that you have a truly lucrative, high-paying skill. So below this video, I'm going to link out to other videos and resources that I want you to have that are going to help you. But before you go, make sure you have subscribed and make sure you comment, give this video the thumbs up, and of course share this video. But I want to leave you with this incredible playlist that I want you to get hold of, that is going to show you how to start a business with no money and a whole heap of things such as email marketing and how you can acquire those copywriting skills that I have been sharing with you earlier. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.